There are a father and a daughter who are sniping at each other on social media. And they're both social media influencers, which means that something has gone terribly, terribly wrong in this family. For any of them to be social media influencers, but certainly for both of them to be. The daughter made a video in which she accused her father of being absentee when she was a kid.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing. And he got really good. He blew up. He became a D-list celebrity status, viral breakdancer. He became the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral. And he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that. It's impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad.
Thank you, Maddie.
There was no split custody or anything. He just left 4 kids to do that. He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise. So that's him. He's on his
That is a nice shirt.
It's his b-boy name because his name is Ben Hart. I'll get texts like this, "Happy birthday?" and then links to his breakdancing video.
That's true.
If you have funny trauma, actual funny haha trauma, I need to hear it.
Okay, so the daughter airs her grievances. His father, he left me. He wouldn't pay my bills. He forgets when my birthday is. He makes a joke about forgetting my birthday. He wasn't around when I was a kid. But the reason this video is going viral is because the father has responded to her. And I've even seen some conservatives sharing this video of the father as though it's an epic takedown by a father, maybe a right-wing leaning father. He's wearing a Bitcoin shirt. It's an epic takedown of this father to his spoiled brat, Gen Z daughter, supposedly. Right now, go to goodranchers.com, use code Knowles. Ask me what I had for dinner last night. What'd you have for dinner last night, Michael? I had a fat, juicy steak. That's what I had, and you can too if you go to Good Ranchers. Did you know that over 5 billion pounds of meat are imported and sold in the U.S. every year? That's why you need Good Ranchers. They are the #1 source for 100% American meat that I trust to feed my own family. I absolutely adore Good Ranchers. I love the people who run this company and started this company. The meat is the absolute highest quality out there of its kind. There's nothing like it. And the prices are the absolute lowest. And how does that work? I have no idea, but that confusion is all of our gain. You need to switch from the grocery store to Good Ranchers. Right now, when you subscribe to any of their boxes, you will secure their leap year offer of free bacon for 4 years. Free bacon for 4 years. That's crazy. That's over 70 pounds of Applewood smoked bacon you will get just by subscribing. Not sure which box to choose? Try their bestseller, the Rancher's Classic, or if you've got a hungry household, check out their Family Feast bundle. What are you waiting for? Go to goodranchers.com. Use code Knowles to claim over $900 in free bacon before their leap year sale ends. That is goodranchers.com, code Knowles, goodranchers.com, American meat delivered. Social media influencer daughter goes viral saying my dad abandoned the family when we were kids. The father then goes viral. Number of conservatives posting him around because he epically destroyed his daughter on social media with facts and logic.
First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate, a lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony. This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50% to account for inflation. In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all.
I was not a deadbeat dad at all, you see, because I gave my wife a lot of money. Now, he goes on in the video He has like a 10-minute response here. And he says, yeah, look, the divorce was mostly my fault. It was about 70% my fault. But look, I gave him a bunch of money. And now the kids, most of them have good jobs, so they're making money, so quit complaining. And I thought, not only is that one of the dumbest arguments I've ever heard, not only does that argument completely miss the point that your daughter was raising, but it's one of the least conservative arguments I've ever heard. I cannot understand how a conservative would post this video and say that the father is somehow the good guy here. He's saying, yeah, everything you said is true. I did abandon my family. I did pursue my professional breakdancing career. But hey, you got some money, so isn't that all good? Talk about knowing the price of everything and the value of nothing. He doesn't really apologize for the divorce. He says, my wife and I, we were incompatible. So yeah, I traumatized our 4 kids and I literally abandoned them. But hey, they got some money. Isn't that fine? What are you talking about, man? It's absolutely pathetic. Look, these people are both social media influencers and they're probably both just absolutely dreadful. But if I had to pick a side here, I'm certainly picking the side of the daughter, to say nothing of the fact that this father is taking to social media to destroy his daughter with facts and logic. Are you kidding me? For the public, for the amusement of your followers? I don't care how in the wrong you think your daughter is. That is despicable behavior. And then it gets even crazier because the daughter responded. Her first video was kind of funny. It was in response to this question, name a funny trauma you have. And I said, here's a funny trauma. My dad abandoned me to become a professional breakdancer, and he's actually pretty good. But then her response is, actually, now my father's just lying about everything.
But I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said he lived down the street from us. That's not true. Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe. But actually for most of my childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife. Like basically, like, I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma. But obviously in real life, it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic. And it was really hard. He left us, immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years. And then he would visit every few months and we'd go out to dinner. But like, he truly had no hand in raising us at all.
Yeah, I'm totally on the girl's side here. This is such late 20th century cope from this father. This is just such nonsense to say, well, look, all that really matters is money. I wrote them a big check, so I can't be blamed for anything. That's an error that not only the left has made, but the right has made as well. But that's the primary function of a father actually is not to make a lot of money. There are very excellent fathers who have not made a lot of money. Primary function of a father is to be a father, to be steadfast, to live up to his vows that he made to his wife and the love between him and his wife that is so real that it actually creates other people, and then to fulfill his obligations to those children. That's his job. And those obligations are a lot deeper than money. So he leaves them, and the girl's saying, yeah, you gave us a lot of money, but that doesn't matter. She's obviously screwed up from it. I'm not surprised at all. There is just no excuse for this. No excuse. The rot in our politics goes down probably 93% to this one issue of no-fault divorce. And the reason for that is not just that it screws up kids, and it's not just that it encourages selfish behavior in adults, and it's that the family is the basic political unit. Politics is how we all get along together. Politics cannot be an individual thing because it involves multiple people. It's the public life. And the basic unit of that, the smallest possible unit, is the family. So if you blow up the family, as you do with no-fault divorce, then you blow up all of politics. And then they justify it with all these totally BS expressions. They justify it by saying, oh, kids are resilient. I don't know, that girl doesn't seem that resilient. In fact, most children of divorce I know, they're resilient. They get by. Life goes on. There are tough things in life. But it hurts them. Forever. I know adults whose parents get divorced when they are adults, and it totally screws them up. So no, don't give me that. Or what's the other line? They say, well, it's better for the parents to get divorced if they're unhappy in their marriage. It's much better for the children if the parents totally split up and explode their world, so they can be happy chasing some second or third wife, rather than, suppress their feels for a little bit and learn to make their marriage work. Yeah, no, that's not true either, man. It's just so, it's just unbelievable. No one in history has really thought this. No serious society has ever thought this. But a society that totally turns away from the common good and focuses only on personal interest and selfishness is going to believe this kind of thing. And then when the victims of this profound social disorder come out and say, hey, actually, that was bad, and I wish you hadn't done that. What's the answer is, shut up. You made a lot of money. Oh, you made a lot of money. Okay. A lot of money. A lot of money can buy you a cup of coffee, I guess. It certainly won't reassemble society. Man, that was a good clip, huh? It was good. It was good. Now, ring that bell. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles podcast, and we'll see you next time.